Welcome back to the 2016-2017 NBA preview. My name is Josh, your Envyerz, and with me today is my co-host like usual.
How's it going, guys? King of the fourth quarter here, aka Jaree. Welcome back to the preview.
Today we are covering the Orlando Magic, which we have ranked number 25 on the power rankings here. The Orlando Magic team last season won 35 games, lost 47. They had a few problems with their coaching job. Scott Skiles, he was doing a lot of weird rotations with this Orlando Magic team last year. He made Oladipo come off the bench a few games, only started 52 games. They had a whole weird experiment of him being a sixth man. Oladipo's time with the Magic has just been experimentation, and now he's on a different team. But last year, the biggest head scratcher was the Tobias Harris trade. They traded away Tobias Harris for Brandon Jennings and Ersan Ilyasova. They made Detroit a whole lot better. It looks like Scott Skiles just hates Tobias Harris. With the Milwaukee Bucks, he did not let this man play. And now with the Orlando Magic, so happens Lee to trade it away to the Detroit Pistons. Is there a Scott Skiles conspiracy here that Scott Skiles does not like Tobias Harris?
It's very weird, especially when you think about it. Tobias Harris is only about 24, 25 years old, so he can still be growing as a player.
And he's shown that when he was traded from the Bucks to the Magic.
Yeah.
But then Scott Skiles arrived on the scene, and he's gone. So I'm not sure what the Orlando Magic are doing, but hopefully they're able to improve, and hopefully they know what they're doing and don't become one of the worst ran organizations like the Sacramento Kings, who currently have that title.
Right.
Spacing was a little off last year as well, with the whole Elfrid Payton, Victor Oladipo, Tobias Harris, and Aaron Gordon starting. Like, where's the three-point shots going to be coming from in that starting rotation? So with that said, let's take a look at the offseason moves. Let's see how they fix that. They added Serge Ibaka, got Bismack Biyombo, a great shot blocker. Jeff Green, who isn't that much great of a three-point shooter, but they did acquire Jody Meeks, DJ Augustine, and CJ Wilcox. Lost Victor Oladipo, Brandon Jennings, Ersan Ilyasova, Shabazz Napier, Andrew Nicholson, Dwayne Dedmon, and drafted Stephen Zimmerman at number 41 out of UNLV.
So originally on paper, I looked at their offseason as like a huge L. Of course, they traded Oladipo for a guy on an expiring contract who you're not even sure you're going to be able to retain. But then I think about it a little bit more, and you think about who their new head coach is, Frank Vogel. That team is going to be unstoppable defensively. Now, it's going to be tough for them to score points, but Frank Vogel has shown in Indiana that he is one of the brightest defensive-minded coaches out there. And now they have Bismack Biyombo, Serge Ibaka. Those are two rim-protecting, defensive-playing bigs. And you add on Aaron Gordon, who has showed that he can play some defense. Like, defensively, that team looks strong. Now they have Evan Fournier, who can kind of step into that shooting guard position now that Victor Oladipo's gone. And he'll be, I guess, the stretch option. He'll be the three-point shooter, and he'll be the scorer. Defensively, they look great, but scoring points looks like it's going to be tough for them.
And that's probably one of the best things that we don't even have on this transition here. Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel is probably the best offseason acquisition by the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
Just a good coach to run your organization and teach these young guys. I think Frank Vogel, if he stays there long term, he'll be a great coach for this Orlando Magic team, who just doesn't seem to have a foundation quite yet or has an identity. So hopefully Frank Vogel was able to bring that. So let's take a look at the projected rotations that Frank Vogel may use with this Orlando Magic team. Taking a look at their starters: Elfrid Payton, Evan Fournier, Jeff Green, Serge Ibaka, and Nikola Vucevic. While their bench looks like CJ Watson, Jody Meeks, Mario Hezonja, Aaron Gordon, and Bismack Biyombo.
I'm hoping that Mario Hezonja kind of has that breakout year. Drafted 5th overall last year. Didn't really get to see much playing time because honestly he didn't like he was ready. But now he's playing during the Olympics.
It looks like he will too.
Yeah, he has the opportunity finally to, I guess not finally because it's only been a year, but he has the opportunity to get those big time minutes at the backup shooting guard position. So I'm hoping he has a breakout year. Jeff Green was kind of puzzling to add to the team just because, as we mentioned earlier, he is one of the most inconsistent players in the league by far.
A good analogy would be he scores 2 points one game and then he scores 32 the next. Very inconsistent player.
He'll take 20 shots one game, then 3 the very next. Like, you really don't know what you're getting from Jeff Green until like halftime maybe.
And still, spacing looks kind of off this season. Not as bad as it was last year, and there's rumors of Aaron Gordon playing the small forward. That's even worse spacing if that even does happen. So unless he develops a three-point shot next season, he's been working in the gym all year and we haven't been seeing it.
Let's hope he has.
But Aaron Gordon at small forward, stretching the floor. That doesn't look so good, at least for next year. Hopefully he develops one, and then he could be that power forward / small forward in the NBA.
Yeah, man, that would be. I think that's their plan. Their plan is to kind of transition him to be a small forward, because really there's no room at power forward. There's no room at center. The big man spots are kind of clogged with these players that they acquired this offseason. So the only explanation I could think of is him moving over to small forward eventually.
And with the whole Bismack Biyombo signing, paying him starter money, there's rumors, I guess, is Nikola Vucevic off of this Orlando Magic team? I haven't heard anything, but it looks that way. Because why pay Bismack Biyombo that much money if Vucevic is still there?
Right. It doesn't make much sense because Vucevic has shown that he's a quality player for them. I think he averaged about 18 and 8 last year. Like, he played well. He definitely played well. And it doesn't make sense to move him at this point, I don't think. Especially not for Bismack Biyombo. But if that's what they want to do, I guess they're going to do it.
They're going to have a killer lineup sometimes when they play Biyombo and Serge Ibaka. Very, very defensive-oriented big guys. But I feel like Vucevic is the offense while Biyombo's the defense. So I guess maybe we'll see if that works this year. Biyombo and Vucevic on the same team. So moving on to the projections where we see this Orlando Magic team. This season, the Orlando Magic went 35-47, like we said. Over, under. Where do you see this Orlando Magic team being this year?
Now, this is actually pretty tough for me because I think I want to see their very first game. I want to see what they think their best lineup is going further. But if I were to guess right now, I'm going to say under. I know they picked up a couple solid players, but I really don't see the scoring in their lineup. And you can't win if you can't put the ball in the basket. So I'm going to go under. Not by much, but I'm going to go under.
I'm going to say under as well, considering where we do have them ranked. I'm not saying they're the worst team because they're not the 30th team, but they definitely, in my opinion, they took a step back because they feel like they have no identity. Traded away Victor Oladipo at draft night. It seems like this team doesn't know what they want to do. They had a lot of high draft picks, but they just ended up trading them away. Although they did get veterans, I feel like they will take a few steps back this season and have under 35 wins this season. Not by much, but it will be a step back.
Yeah, and you mentioned identity, and that's a huge part of it. They have no identity at this point, and you need an identity to be successful in this league. So, yeah, I think we agree on that point.
Hopefully Frank Vogel is there and will build their identity for the future. So with that said, this is our projection for the Orlando Magic. Let us know in the comment section below, do you agree or disagree with our opinions? And along with leaving a like and sharing this video on any social media as well, it really helps spread the word. All of our social media links will be in the description below for you guys to check out if you wish to do so.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Be looking out for the next one.
We'll talk to you in the next one.